We are definitely in creative company today. The excitement for tonight's Timberwolves game is growing, and for one artist, it's meant some extra inspiration. We are here with our new friend, Taylor Ray Hillstad, who has been making paintings like this one and putting the Wolves in a whole new light. First of all, Taylor, this is amazing.
Oh, thank you.
It's one thing to see it, but it's another thing to actually have it here in person. Before we get into the specifics of this painting, I want you to tell me a little bit about how you got started in the first place.
Well, first of all, thanks for having me.
Of course.
It's a pleasure to be here. I've been doing art my whole life. My grandpa was an artist himself, and we would draw on stacks of printing paper together and watch Bob Ross videos. So I've been painting kind of my whole life, and then it wasn't until I got a degree in graphic design in college, I started taking a lot of painting courses, and I fell in love with painting. And I'm still a graphic designer today, but I love to do freelance paintings, and I love painting musicians and athletes.
What about them just inspires you in your paintings?
You have to have a lot of character. When I first started out painting a lot of musicians, and I was blessed that a lot of musicians I've met and who own my paintings, and especially with the power of social media nowadays, you can post something online and it can reach them. It can reach the musician themselves or the athlete, and it kind of really inspired me to keep going. But yeah, you have to have a lot of character, and yeah, it's been really fun.
So we just saw a picture of Anthony Edwards painting from you. I'm sure that he absolutely loved that.
Yeah.
I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, I knew some people in the sports industry, and I remember posting that painting online, and 2 days later he wanted to buy it from me. And,
wow.
And so this was kind of my recent collection with featuring rhinestones. I always kind of wanted to experiment as an artist and try something new with mixed media, so I've been adding rhinestones to a certain part in my paintings.
Okay.
And so for Anthony Edwards, I added rhinestones for the basketball, and then I did Justin Jefferson with doing his gritty, and I added rhinestones for his gloves, and his family bought that painting from me, so I just loved continuing kind of maybe doing rhinestones, and I knew I had to paint Rudy Gobert, especially with his Defensive Player of the Year nomination.
Yes.
And he won it.
Yes,
Yeah.
between having a new baby, having the award.
I know. I mean, he's on fire.
He is on fire. Tell me, how long did this take you? I mean, just the detail in the face and all through his body. I mean, that is really wonderful.
Yeah, it took me about 2 months to complete. The rhinestones probably were the longest. Took the longest. One by one, I put them on, but I was kind of having fun while I was watching the games at night. I would just be putting rhinestones on, and I would see them, and I'm like, it just kept me motivated, and yeah. But 2 months it takes me, I think.
Look, T-Wolves, that is some intentional love right there. You heard, she just said a couple of months. So tell me, what are some of your next projects, and what are you hoping that people will take from your inspiration? Because a lot of people have been saying that they're very inspired by your work.
Oh, well, that's great. No, I just love continuing. I love getting, requests online. Everyone wants me to paint Naz Reid, so don't worry, I'll probably paint him. That's, and just kind of just watching the Wolves and see who's the next kind of awesome player that's going to emerge from them, or other athletes. But I just love inspiring people. And, I'm only 4 feet tall, but I love painting large athletes, and yeah, just having fun with it.
Listen,
Go
your creativity and vibrance is wild, beyond measure.
Thank you.
So wonderful. Thank you for sharing this with us.
Yeah,
and of course, we'll have to check back
in
with you. And if you want to learn more about Taylor's art, we have a link to her website on ours at carol11.com/noon. Welcome.